All right, so we're back today. We're working on the S10 again. We've done a bunch of work in the background, and we got the 8.8 in there. It's all welded up, sorted out. I'll show you the brakes, lines, stuff like that. We machined the rotors, got the new saddles, welded onto it, welded the tubes up, took the factory brake lines and put them in. For the Explorer, we got 2 right-hand hoses, and I think we're going to run the GM hose that runs down into the, this line and this line. We'll get an adapter for that one. These are all the guts that were out of the 410 one into the 373 one we brought in. We're now trying to decide drive shaft length. We don't have a slip yoke eliminator on it, so it's still got the slip yoke up in there. We're going to put 4 31-inch tires on it, but we don't have 4 31-inch tires with wheels without screwing around in a big circle. So I think what we're going to do is put the 33s. We did get them from Aaron onto the wheels. We got the new wheels. We got the new wheels there from Rough Country. We got 3 of them. And they're pretty much the same offset as what the front is, within 1/4 of an inch. So I think we'll get it swapped over to 33s, and then we'll get this thing set on the ground. So here we go. All right, guys, we're out here at the tire room. We're getting ready to switch some tires around. We got the 2 new wheels. We got 2 new wheels here, and we got the ones we're pulling the tires off of. These are some simulated bead locks with 30 through 12.5 15s. They're just old tires, but they'll do the job. Well, fam, we just went out there and got the tires switched out, the 31s off the wheels that were there that we kept, the 2 front ones, and then the 2 new ones. And we took the 33s off the wheels we got from Aaron and switched over to the wheels we're using. I'll show you in a second. I'm kind of tired right now. That was a lot of work. Even with a tire machine, it was not that much fun. But here's what they are. And you'll notice there is 2 different tread patterns, but that's just what we got. Basically, we're just using them to test and try it out, see how it works. And if I like it, we'll put new tires on it. But for right now, these work, they hold air, and they're decent treads, so we'll be able to test it out pretty good. It looks like they're big old XTs or something on the front. And then we're putting these Interco Cornbirds on the rear. Are they heavy, Elliot?
The lift is going to go down before I'm going to attempt to lift.
It's amazing how heavy wheels get up. The front will line up before the rear will.
That's fine, mate. That's alright. Drop it down all the way to the rear. And we'll get the rear done first, and then when we lift it up, it'll break the front. You hear me? God dang, you can't go down low.
We'll go into a lot. Get lower if I need to.
Nah, mate. Might want to go up, but yeah, up a tad more. Yo, work. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking looks good, mate.
Does it look good from your house?
Mate, this one doesn't look good from my house. This one looks good from here. Yeah.
Pass the test?
Yeah.
The kick test, the drop test, what other tests are there?
Well, the drop test is the most important, you see.
That's the most accurate test, or?
Yeah, mate, I think that's what you would quantify as the most accurate fucking test you can get. You might want to go up a bit on this side.
Can you go up a little bit?
Yeah. Up more. Up more. Yep. Up more. Yeah, see if we can try this. Up more. Up more. Yo, that's perfect, mate.
There we go.
Now.
All professional like, huh?
Yeah, mate. You just need somebody yapping away on the other side. Yeah, mate, looks way spiffy now. Fucking hell!
Get to find out whether we have clearance issues for turning and stuff.
Well, we've already got that fucking, the one on the steering arm, haven't we?
Yeah, that's always hit. That doesn't count, that's not anything new.
Oh.
Put the bigger tires on it. May have a problem or not.
Well, these were running, what, 33s originally, though?
Yeah, 32s.
32s even.
They weren't very aggressive though. They were kind of cheesy looking wheels and tires.
I don't know who the fuck. They sit even now, but the squat's so much different, eh?
It's a little lower in the front than it is the rear.
Yeah. You need to throw a little on that to make that assumption, mate.
Ichrometer.
Ichrometer, huh?
Alright, well, I guess we can measure the drive shaft. We'll see if this drive shaft, I mean, it'll work. For the meantime, we know that. And if it kicks out a drive shaft, like off-roading, then we know we need a longer one, or a slip yoke eliminator. So, for the drive shaft, we figured out that it is the right length because it was a little too short, so we added 1.5 inches with this yoke. Yeah, this is the one off the Explorer. And we ran a 3R to 1330 U-joint, adapter U-joint, crossover U-joint.
Universal U-joint.
I drew it on the bench.
Oh, there you go.
They told me. So Elliot's now going to clean. Wire buffing.
Easy, mate. Trade it for any joint.
We don't have much engagement, but we will. At least like 1.5 inches more.
It cracked. Oh, it's just the rubber.
Yeah. But I don't even know if it's into the seal up there. If it is, it's barely, but you shouldn't be able to do that. We need one probably solid 2 inches longer than that. That's okay though. We'll tighten it down and it'll at least move around like that. We'll definitely be able to go test it and break it.
Yeah, bro. That fucker hits a rock. Goddamn.
No, they ran it like this at one point, you know, for the years they had it together.
Yeah, could you imagine how catastrophic it would be if that dropped and flung down, caught a rock or something on the road? We'd be fucking flying through the air, bro. Could you put it in a path?
That's why it needs a drive shaft loop.
How about that?
Good enough.
Now just pump the bitch out?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, this sounds so nice. Makes me want... Damn.
We found Elliot's Achilles heel here. Or?
I don't know, I fucking gear oil, bro. Not even one goddamn bit.
What's so bad about gear oil? Just smell? The texture?
You know how
now you can feel it and smell it?
Goddamn.
This video's gonna go viral fucking for sure.
Nah, bro, you know how you can smell a croissant or like fresh bread, right? Fresh baked bread.
This is the opposite of that?
And your tongue wants to wrinkle back into your throat, right? And you fucking, you're loving life, right?
Yeah.
This is not that.
Oh yeah, you're good. This is the opposite of that?
Yes, by far.
That was pretty quick.
I was pumping away, bro. Oh, you think I wanted to sit for this?
You could hear that.
Locker, eh?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
It's retching.
Do I have to want it going back?
No. Just snug. That's good. So I would assume taking apart blown up engines is probably not going to be your ticket, because you get like burned engine oil and...
No, that's fine actually.
Yeah, that's pretty rank smelling stuff.
I think I've had a few engines. It's not bad. This is far worse. Just, for some reason, whatever this is in here, it's no fucking bueno, mate. It's not a great smell. Please tell me I don't have to fucking hold this. God damn. If it gets over me, I'm gonna leave.
You're just gonna light yourself on fire and...
No, I'm not gonna kill myself over fucking gear oil, but I ain't gonna be hanging around here too much.
That bad, huh?
I'm gonna have to wash that fucker off. See, I can't smell it right now, it's fine.
So it's just the smell?
Yeah, it's the smell.
It's not the texture of it or the stickiness or any of that stuff?
Nah, mate. Looks like what comes out on a bad day.
Alright fam, we got the differentials full of oil and we got to drop back down on the ground. We're going to change the battery and see if we can get this thing to fire up. I have a feeling the fuel pump's bad, but we're going to try it and see what it does. So here we go. Oh sure, go ahead. Oh, fuck me. That was fucking bad. You got your finger.
That one's gonna be fucking bad. Got me on the end of it too.
Yeah, we can get some fingers, some bandages for it. Alright, well, I may pop this fuel pump out just to see what it looks like. Well, honestly, we need to roll this thing outside and wash it. Why, does it bother you?
Well, I get a new cut every day.
Yeah, exactly.
But this one's pretty bad.
Oh. It's just the end of the finger, you don't need it. You didn't get no bone, it's not bad till it gets bone. I guess I could get a blow nozzle. Blow nozzle it. So we're gonna get this fuel pump pulled out and then we'll get back with you as soon as we do, because it's gonna need my 2 hands, Elliot's half a hand. All right, fam, we're back. I got the fuel pump out of here and it wasn't too bad to get out. I'll show you what it is. So we got it all cleaned up. We got it taken out. I plugged it back into the wiring. We turned the key on and the fuel pump was bad, so I ended up putting it back in just to keep the mess to a minimum there. The other thing we got done here is I talked to Zone, and they don't make the shocks with the ends that are on this one, so I ordered up the regular shocks and then we pressed the ends in. We welded up the hangers for the rear on the 8.8. It should work all right, at least for this configuration of rear suspension. We may change it in the future if we do something different with the rear suspension. So it's been a pretty productive time. We got the front shocks on also. Same deal on them. We had to press the ends in that we needed for the front shocks. And they're in there. We got some brake lines coming. And a few other things coming for this truck. Nothing too exciting. We've been working on the front bumper. Well, not really front bumper, kind of front bumper, like front bumper reinforcement or reinforcing the front frame. Trying to decide how we're going to mount the Apex 12,000 pound winch. We're going to have 2 of them on this truck, one on the front, one probably mid bed in the rear or front of the bed in the rear, so we can side pull and rear pull. But basically what we've done so far is we've took a piece of 4x4 1/4-inch wall steel tubing to reinforce the front frame here. And I think what we're going to do is cut the front of this out so we can mount the 12,000 pound winch in there and down onto the lower level here. We did modify the grill that was in it. It was all busted up anyways, to see how much room I would have to make to get the winch to set back in there. And it does do it, but I'd like to keep this lower bar because I think it looks better with the lower bar. Because as much of the grill as we've taken out, there's not much of the grill left. And I think if I can set the winch down a little lower, I don't want to go any lower than the bottom of that pipe. And I'd like to keep it tucked as close to the truck as possible to keep the approach angle good. So I think we might gut this piece of square tubing kind of. We'll see. And I'll bring you back in for some more videoing on that. It's been a little busy with the holiday weekend we got, or holiday week we got going. So, you know, it's kind of been a little bit of a chaotic for filming, for projects, for all this stuff, because we had 2 days off last week. We come back for 2 days, and then we're off for the weekend, and then we come back for Monday, Tuesday, and then we were off Wednesday for New Year's, and then we're back Thursday and Friday again. And then it should get a little more evened out. But the S10, we're waiting on the fuel pump and that sort of stuff. And then once it's in, we can drive the truck in and out and do a little testing. The other thing we're going to have to work on here is we're going to have to sort out where the tire has previously rubbed and beat up the fender and the inner fender. To try and solve that problem and figure out where the fenders are going to be trimmed up at before we do the rock sliders, because I don't want to make rock sliders too short or too long. I'd like to make them the right length since we're going to make them, and get that sorted out. We did bring in the tubing bender to, at least part of the tubing bender, other than the pump, because I got to find out where that is. But we did bring in the tubing bender for right now, so we can start bending up some tubing for the bumper. We'll see how that goes too. The other thing we've done this week is we've got the Tacoma pretty much put back together. We had to do a clock spring in it and work on a little bit of the window track on the passenger side door. Nothing too exotic on it, but kind of tying up a few loose ends here at the end of the year. So that's pretty much it for this year. So thank you guys for subscribing and watching and being part of our YouTube. You know, I feel like it's been successful. You guys are awesome. And we're going to keep at it next year, and we're going to see about bigger and better things. We're going to get together as a company and decide, you know, the directions and what we're doing and that sort of stuff. But as far as YouTube goes, we're definitely making more YouTube. We're still selling parts. We still have some cars up for sale and some of that stuff. We're going to add some more videos in on that. You know, with the snow and the wind and the cold in the winter time, it's a little tricky for the vehicles for sale type videos because you don't get a good, you know, good cross reference of what they are with snow on the ground and that sort of stuff. So we'll see how that works out. But it's been a good adventure this year so far, and I thank you guys, and I look forward to 2025 with everybody. And hopefully you guys, you know, continue being awesome watching videos and being, you know, great participants in the channel, and thanks for the comments, you know, that sort of deal, the good and the bad ones. You know, it takes, you know, both kinds. So for 2025, Auto Recyclers YouTube, Auto Recyclers Towing, have a happy new year, and hopefully your 2025 is a great year as well. Thanks for watching.